Ella Enchanted by Gail Carson Levine, Chapter 29.
Ella!
Hattie shrieked. Char gasped.
Ella?
I broke away from him and began to run as the clock struck midnight. Char would have caught me in a moment, but Hattie must have held him somehow. Outside, a huge pumpkin stood uselessly in the line of carriages. I continued to flee. A white rat skittered across my path. Somewhere, I lost one of my slippers. I ran on, listening for pursuers. At home, maybe Mandy would know what to do, or I'd hide in the cellar, in the stable, somewhere. How could I have gone to the balls to put Char and Kyria in such danger? Mandy! I shouted as soon as I reached the manor. A servant stared at me. I ran into the kitchen. I've endangered Char again, and Kyria, what can I do?
Pack your things,
Mandy said as soon as she understood my rushed explanation. Where shall I go?
I'll come with you. We'll find work as cooks. Hurry.
Can't you pack for us by magic? She'd done it before. It was just small magic.
Nothing is small magic in a moment like this. Go.
Oh, fairies! I raced to my room and began to throw things into my carpet bag. I had little. It would be the work of a minute. I heard the door open downstairs. There were voices. We'd never managed to leave. I tore off my ball gown and donned my tattered servant's wear, rubbing the sooty skirt across my face. Over my hair, I tied a ragged length of linen. Nancy appeared at my door.
It's the prince. He wants to see everyone.
I didn't move. She giggled nervously.
He won't eat us. At least I hope not. Come.
I followed her, my heart drumming loud enough to drown out all thought. He stood in the hall, with his knights and our entire household. In the midst of all that was more important, I hated him to see me covered in rags and cinders. I stationed myself behind the tallest manservant, but Char and the knights walked among us. Straining for a new disguise of servant and simpleton, I sucked on my fist and stared about vacantly. Sir Stephan found me.
"Here's a maid,"
he said.
"Come, lass."
He took my hand and pulled me to Char.
Ella? Why are you dressed so...
Your Majesty, I was about to deny my name, but Hattie spoke for me.
That's only Cinders, the scullery maid,
She said.
Sire, would you care for a refreshment now you're here?
She's a scullery maid?
A scullery maid? Of no account. But our cook, Mandy, has cakes fit for a prince.
The door wasn't far. Sir Stephan held my hand. I pulled, but couldn't break away.
Lass,
Char said to me.
I won't hurt you, no matter what.
He cupped his hand under my chin and tilted my face up to his. I wanted to catch his hand and kiss it. As soon as we touched, I knew he recognized me. He brought my slipper out from his cloak.
It belonged to Ella, and will fit her alone, whether she's a scullery maid or a duchess.
A chair was brought. I wished for normal-sized feet.
That's my slipper?
Hattie said.
It's been missing for years.
Your feet are too big.
Olive blurted.
Try it.
Char told Hattie.
I lost it because it kept falling off.
She sat and removed her own slipper. I caught the familiar smell of her feet. She couldn't wedge her toes in.
I'm younger than Hattie,
Olive said.
so my feet are smaller, probably.
They were bigger. Now, it was my turn. Char knelt, holding the slipper. I extended my foot, and he guided it. The slipper fit perfectly. Of course. What was I going to do?